Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in today. My name is Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. I am coming to you live from the track at New Balance in Boston, Massachusetts. Here to bring you live coverage of today's high school varsity girls soccer contest between the visiting Griffins of the Cambridge School of Weston and the hosting Newman School Cardinals. Folks, as you can see, we got a very different kind of venue from what we usually have for these Newman home soccer games. Newman School able to hook up a connection with the track at New Balance here in Brighton, as this will be the site not only for today's senior day game for the girls soccer team, but also for the boys soccer team later this week. So this is going to be a fun senior week for the Newman School Cardinals. And as it's a very different venue, I want to hear any possible feedback that you guys might have as the viewers at home on, how this looks. We've obviously got a much higher up vantage point here in the bleachers here at the track than we would at field level at the Teddy Ebersol fields, where we in the past have had all the soccer games. So let me know if you guys like this better, if you think I should be closer to field level. Let me know what you guys' preference is in that respect as we get ready to get this one going. We were scheduled for a 3:30 p.m. start time, so we'll probably be starting this one soon. Newman just wrapping up their pregame senior day ceremony in honor of the two seniors on their girls soccer roster, those being number 2, Wilhelmina Rolf-Thamert, and the goalkeeper, Maura Kamig. And as you can also see in the bottom left corner of your screen, rather than just the manual score bug that I would use typically at these games, we've actually got a live scoreboard here at the track at New Balance. So I got a camera fixated on that. So not only will you be able to know what the score is, you'll also be able to know how much time is left in the half, which is a nice extra feature we got going here today. We'll soon be getting this one underway. Unfortunately, I was not able to get the roster for the Cambridge School of Weston team. Unfortunately, I myself was running a little late to this game, but the Griffins were running even later than me. But, let's see if we can maybe find a roster online. Okay, we've got names but no jersey numbers. They do have a roster online, but it doesn't come with jersey numbers. Well, I tried to give it a look, no dice, but that's okay. The Griffins in their gray jerseys with white jersey numbers coming out onto the field. Their starting netminder in a yellow jersey, as Newman huddling up. All right, here come the Cardinals. Starting in net for Newman, wearing the red jersey with black sleeves, of course, will be the senior Maura Kamig, one of the two seniors being honored here today for Senior Day for the Newman girls soccer team, alongside number 2, Wilhelmina Rolf-Thamert. And fans, as always, I encourage audience participation in these broadcasts, whether you want to contribute any messages in the live chat here on YouTube, or if you would like to send them via email. You can see my email in the bottom right corner of your screen. especially on a day like Senior Day. If you want to give any senior shout-outs, we always encourage that. Newman getting ready to get us started. They'll be playing from the left, CSW from the right. Number 9, Nola Randazzo, starting us off. Sends it to the back line to Antonia Kutsawati, sent up the middle to number 13, Sakura Umezawa. Stolen away by CSW by number 25. The Griffins work it to number 4, to number 25 again. Out to the near side, they send it up the line. Battling along the Newman defense there, and locked up briefly, but the ball's recovered by number 11. Fighting through some staunch defense there, getting a pass away. Back to the outside to number 4. Kicks it across the field right to a Newman player, but it bounces off of her and out of bounds. Bad luck there. I think that's number 16, Anne-Marie Erickson. As we got a throw in for the Griffins. Goes off ahead. Going deep down the Newman end. Antonia Kutsawati going to chase it down and knock it out of bounds. It had deflected off the head of a Newman defender, so that was the smartest choice for Kutsawati there. Knock it out the side end, prevent a potential corner kick. 25 with it, launches a long kick, and it's caught. The senior Maura Koenig with her first save of the day. Rolls the ball into number 5, Ella Babcock. Babcock, a pass to the outside looking for Naya Shalish, and that is going to go out of bounds, and it'll be Cambridge ball. Number 4 throwing it in for CSW. Blocked by Babcock there, and she's going to boot it upfield down to the Griffins' end. Number 2 with it, sending it back to the goalie. Slight miscommunication about which side they were sending it to, but the goalie comes back for it. Her attempted clear kick goes right to number 1, Sonia Cintron. Pass to the middle, broken up, recovered there by Isabel Gali. Pushed forward by Newman, and that forward pass just broken up, but recovered there by Umezawa. Tries to pass the outside, knocked away by number 4. Knocked down by Newman, but now CSW comes in, kicks it forward to 11, but her pass back intercepted. A kick forward, and a block there by Nola Randazzo. Now CSW trying to work it upfield and knocked right back there by Shalish. Randazzo couldn't quite corral it. Taken away by 25, and she boots it the other way. It's a race to the ball, and Babcock coming across the field to disrupt this streaking striker for the Griffins. They're knocked out of bounds. CSW ball. Throw in for the Griffins goes to 25. Decides to pass back to, I think, 15. Goes up the line. A battle there, and Anne-Marie Erickson with some good defense to get the favorable deflection and make it Newman ball. Early substitution for Newman. Naya Shalish checks out, coming in. I think that's number 15. Joona Abu Alnil. That pass up the line misses Erickson. My apologies for some of the players. I'm having a little trouble getting in a quick manner. Some players have different jersey numbers depending on whether they're wearing the black jerseys or the white jerseys. Today they are wearing the black. Pass to the middle to 11, tries to go to the outside, blocked there by number 6, Celia Clark. Now cleared out by the Cardinals, downed and kicked forward by Umezawa, and it is recovered by the Griffins. Pass across to the near side. They send it up the line, just misses number 4. Battling, gets through Alnil. A pass to the middle looking for 11, a little too far, and Kutsawati intercepts. Pass up the middle finds Umezawa. That pass broken up, intended for Randazzo, taken instead by the Griffins. They move it along their back line to the near side to 4. Kicks to the middle. 25 with it. 25 across the field. 17 blocked there by Clark. Deflects over to Erickson, but dribble was too far. Kicked away. Recovered there by, I believe, Gali. Deflected back from Randazzo to Cintron, kicked away by 4 towards the middle, and they're actually going to call a foul on Newman for the hit on number 4 there. Once again, fans, let me know what you think of this higher up view than we usually get, because usually we're shooting at field level at the Ebersol field. This kick bounces past a defender. Kutsawati is going to get back there, send it to the outside. That's going to roll out of bounds, but better to be going out of bounds along the sideline than heading upfield up the middle. Throw in from 4. Corralled by, I think, 11. Pass back to 4. Sent to the middle. And broken up there by, I believe, Clark. And picked up by Kamig. Kamig punts this one. Deflecting along. Deflected back. 25 with it. Dribbles back and passes to the back line to 6. Sends it out the far side, knocked out of bounds. They're going to say last touched by Clark, and it will be CSW ball. About 6 minutes into this first half here, as you can see on the bottom left corner of your screen, 34 minutes on the clock. Here in this first half, ball deflects down, kicked away by Gali. A race to the ball. It is won by the Griffins. Randazzo giving chase, but could not knock that ball away. Did rush the pass, though, which allows an interception by Cintron. Pass up to number 3, Rose McMillan. They send it back. A boot upfield by, I believe, Isabel Gali. The goalie is going to chase it down along the near side of the penalty box. Rolls it out the near side. Barely kept in bounds. Pass was blocked by Cintron, but recovered and sent up to 4. Towards the middle to 25. A little too much on that one. Out of bounds, Newman ball. Throw in from Alnil to Gali. Tap back. Babka kicks it. Off the deflection, Cintron has it, battling with 4. 4 is going to take it away. Alnil gets the favorable deflection and lets it roll out. Alnil's throw in, intercepted by 3, but couldn't keep control as it's taken by Kutsawati. Disrupted there, and it's a battle for the ball. Several players in the scrum that time, and I think we're going to get a foul called. Looks like it's going to be against Newman. Kutsawati did not like that call, as it looked like she also went to the ground on that play. Going to be an interesting free kick situation here for CSW. Number 25 lining up to kick it. Might be a tough angle to fit through if she tries to go for a shot, as she is going to lift it too high. See, that's the thing about free kicks that are outside of the penalty box. Paradoxically, the closer you get, the harder the shot can actually get after a certain point, because you have to try and give it enough lift so that it can have sort of a rainbow trajectory and get over the defenders, but also drop underneath the crossbar. And that's really hard to do in such a short amount of space the closer you get. That one knocked out of bounds by Cintron. It will be a Griffins throw-in. 23 throws it in. Babka kicks it the other way. Tapped by Umezawa to the outside, and Cintron can't get there in time. .23 throws it in again. Deflects, and Babka's going to chase it down to the outside. Gets away from Alnil, out of bounds. You know, it's crazy how fresh the turf is here at the track. Like, you can hear like the player's feet. I don't know if you guys can hear it through my mic because it's got a wind guard. It blocks out a lot of the background noise, but I can hear it live here at the track. It's crazy to listen to. 25 with it. You know, it almost sounds like people running across fresh carpet or something. As we got a whistle. Looks like we got a foul. Foul on Newman, I think. Or a foul against CSW? Some kind of violation. It was away from the ball, I think, so I did not quite see what it was. And so it'll be a free kick for Newman coming from Antonia Kutsawati. We know she's got a powerful kick. She can send this ball far. As that one is... Oh, that's going off a hand. Misplayed there by the CSW defender. And now Kutsawati is well within range for a potential shot here. This is a pretty good distance for a potential score. She's going to go for a pass. It's going to be blocked back, and Kutsawati takes control of it. Turning around, and it's poked loose by the defense, recovered by Isabel Gali. Poked loose again, number 17, with a dogged pursuit of the ball for the Griffins on that play. I'm honestly kind of surprised that they didn't go for a shot with Kutsawati there. She's got good range, good power on her shots, and that felt like the kind of distance where it's not too close, you know, to properly get that that arc that you want on a shot on a free kick. Throw in for Newman is going to be knocked right out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Cardinals. Throw in bouncing along. Poked forward by Newman, but kicked away. Intercepted briefly, but bounces too hard off the foot. Kicked away by 4. Off ahead. Kutsawati battles through. Dribbling. Lefty kick. And, oh, just deflected wide off the diving reach from the CSW netminder. No, they say she didn't. Yeah, I was like, wait a second, that should be a corner kick. But I think Newman was so busy being disappointed that that ball didn't roll in that they forgot that, no, that was touched by the goalie. That's going to be a corner kick. Cardinals setting up here, Isabel Gali to kick this one in. The freshman lining up to send in this corner. Flies in and well wide and out of bounds. So we had our first really big scoring chance for Newman. Antonia Kutsawati getting a good shot off, good curve while shooting from her off foot, from her left foot. And give a lot of credit to the goalie. You know, not the tallest player out there, not the longest reach, but she made every inch of reach she possibly could on that play to stop what could have been a goal for Newman. Kutsawati couldn't battle through 25 there as the ball is taken away. Swings a pass across the field to 4, sending it forward. Blocked there, but recovered by 11, pushed forward. Babka going to chase back for it. Babka able to send it upfield to Alnil. Deflects further forward. Cintron trying to take it, but 4 comes back and cuts it off. Pass to the middle, knocked away by Gali. Going to be recovered by 4 again. 4 lifts it forward. 11 is going to be offsides. She was behind the defender, Talia Miller, on that play. And so that'll be a free kick for Newman. Kutsawati has been moved from the back line to midfield as they've now got Talia Miller paired up with Babka as the center backs. Free kick from Babka, knocked back by 4. Babka. Oh, that's a light pass. Was begging for an interception, and it is taken away. I think 17 fits a pass through. Miller tries to clear, but is blocked there. An attempted pass deflects right back to 4. Tries a shot, and it's blocked. Jonah Abu Alnil with the block there. Might have been a potential save for K-Mig, but when you're a defender, you don't want to leave it up to that chance. If you have a chance to block it, you'd go for that block every single time. Corner kick coming in from CSW, and that one does bounce in what would have been a pretty good spot. Wait, why are they marking that as another corner kick? I guess they're saying one of the Newman players touched it before it rolled out that back line, so it's going to be another corner for the Griffins. They're going to try for it again. Got some more players crowding around the box this time as that goes off the head of Four, but goes definitely the wrong way. Recovered briefly by 23, but then pushed forward by McMillan. McMillan collides with a defender, but the ball deflects to the middle where it's taken by Kutsawati. Kutsawati off and running with it. Kutsawati deflected, but keeps the ball, trying to dribble around, looking, firing, and it goes wide. That was a tough play there. Kutsawati did have Anne-Marie Eriksson on her left, and Eriksson had broken past the defense. But the problem is with soccer's offsides rules, you can't make a pass to a player who's cut all the way past the defense because then the attack just stops completely. They'll call offsides every time. It can be really tough just to time up those breaks forward. Long kick again from Kutsawati, and that one is in! Antonia Kutsawati. She's launched a few of those and finally gets the one she wants. Let's take a look at that replay. The attempted clear just went right to Kutsawati, standing all by herself. Fired that shot off the bounce. Beautiful kick there from Antonia Kutsawati. Make no mistake, as easy as she made that kick look, that's not an easy kick to make. When the ball is bouncing along, you've got to really time it up precisely when you swing your foot, as opposed to when it's just sitting on the ground. And Kutsawati just timed that one up perfectly and sent a beautiful one to the top left corner. 1-0, the Newman lead off the goal from Kutsawati as she tries to send one down the near side to Cintron. Cintron deflects it off Four trying to keep it inbound. Cintron stealing it, keeping it in. And eventually it rolls over the back line with Four boxing out Cintron out of bounds. Goal kick. Some more substitutions for Newman. Looks like seeing the field for the first time today will be number 8, Delilah Wardwell, as Sakura Umezawa also comes back in, and she'll knock that one down right to the middle. Pushed forward there, and a big scoring chance for number 11, Kate Salmeron, who's also in for the first time, but just knocked away by the defense. Stolen away by Umezawa. Pass just misses, but Wardwell, a shot blocked. This one recovered again by Umezawa. Back to Wardwell. Wardwell walled off by the double team there. Ball deflects to the outside. It's going to be passed back to Kutsawati. Thought about the long shot. Decides against it. Pushes through the defense. Cuts. Shoots. Just wide. Antonia Kutsawati has almost had like 4 goals already here in the first half. Only one has found the back of the net. One big diving save from the CSW netminder, and then 2 shots that went just wide of the post. But she is proving a big threat from distance at that midfield position. Goal kick to the outside to Four. Sends it upfield to 11. Tapped back to Four. Sent back up the field again. Finds her target through space. Tapped to the outside looking for 11. Broken up a bit by Alnil. Chased down by Babka, who kicks it upfield. Blocked by Four. And did she get the favorable deflection there? She did not. I think they're saying her body was over the line. Even though she was in the air, her body was over the line when she tapped that one. That one is going to be out off of Newman, though, and it will go back to the Griffins. Four throws it in. All-nil, downs it, and just immediately kicks it out of bounds. We're almost halfway through the first half here with 20.5 minutes on the clock. 1-0, the Cardinals lead off the goal from Antonia Kutsawati. That ball rolls out of bounds. All-nil looking around, throws it, deflects. All-nil kind of whiffed on that one there. Out of bounds. CSW ball, excuse me. Throw in, deflecting around. 25, tries a kick, and it's going to go wide. CSW did get the first shot on net in the opening minutes, but since then, nothing has tested Mora Kamig in net. There's one shot that would have been on net had it not been blocked by Jouna Abu Alnil. This one deflects back to Wardwell, past the outside to Umezawa. Umezawa sending it up for Salmeron, pushing it forward, trying to give chase, and Salmeron pokes it free away from the defender. Salmeron trying to send in a crosser, but no room there, and it's an easy pickup for the goalie. But Newman really picking up their forward pressure here as this ball thrown in by the goalie. Tapped along the line, nobody there but Alnil. Sends it up to Salmeron, taps it over to Wardwell. Wardwell sending it forward for Umezawa. Umezawa trying to send it to the middle. It's blocked by the defense and knocked out of bounds. Yeah, I think that's a situation where if you can, you want to get a little more lift on your crosser kick there. See if you can make some chaos happen. Wardwell dribbling around one defender, but stopped by another. Cleared back, but Alnil with it. Lifts it up in the air. Deflected back by the defense and cleared upfield to number 3. 3 dribbling, stopped there by Clark. Out of bounds, Griffin's ball. Again, folks, if there's anything you'd like to say in the live chat or in email, it could be as simple as Go Newman or Go CSW. We always appreciate fans showing the good vibes in the live chat, no matter who you're rooting for. Or maybe you want to give a shout-out to a specific player in particular. If you have a specific senior you would like to give a shout-out to here on Newman Girls Soccer's Senior Day game, then we encourage that as Miller sliced that one and is just going to let it roll out. That's going to be a corner kick for CSW. Some other fun uses for the live chat and email comment functions. If you want to let us know where it is you're tuning in from. You know, sometimes we hear about people tuning in from different states or even different countries with these online live streams that can be watched all over the world. That's kind of fun to hear about. And then, of course, anything wrong with the stream, I want you to tell me. This corner kick flies in off the head of Kutsawati, knocked away. Scrum around the box, and it's going to be lifted well wide off the shot from, I believe, number 16 of CSW. And that'll be a goal kick for the Cardinals. Babka, the goal kick. To the outside, 7 takes it. Pass back, knocked away by Rose McMillan. But that's going to roll out of bounds, CSW ball. Throw in quickly goes to 25. Pass back, misses. Recovered by the Griffins. That one given to 23. Pass the outside to 4. 4 cutting towards the middle. Trying to send one through. Deflected by Kutsawati. She had a direct path through across the field there. But just barely deflected by Kutsawati. Now Babka sends that pass up. Finds her target. I believe that's Gali sending it forward. Knocked away. Gets past Babka. Race to the ball, and Miller is going to get back there first. Miller trying to turn the corner. No dice, boxed out by number 10 there. And it will be Griffin's ball once again. 4's throw in. 25. Sending it into open space. Bit of a race to the ball. 7's going to get there first. Send it back to 16. 16 going to send it all the way back to the goalie with Salmeron applying pressure. It is booted up in the air. Knocked back by Umezawa, but goes sideways off her foot out of bounds. Quick throw in blocked by Umezawa. 4 with it. Lost out of bounds. They're going to say touched by Umezawa. Quick throw in for the Griffins. Downed by Miller, but 10 blocks it. Now pushing up the sideline, but a little too aggressive with her dribble out of bounds. One of the interesting things is that for this Newman team at least, they're used to playing their home games on grass where there's a lot more friction and the ball doesn't roll as far or as fast when you either when you kick it or when you just dribble with it. So very different playing here on turf. Kutsawati dribbling with it. Sends a pass upfield down the far side. Might be out of reach for Gali, or she might be able to chase it down. Gali heading down the sideline. Cutting back. Looking. Sends a kick into the box. Deflects. Oh, goes off the leg of Salmaron. And it's going to be cleared out. Kutsawati sends it back to Clark. Sends it up the middle. Deflecting around. Blocked down by Wardwell, but kicked away by 25. To the outside to 7. Back to 6. 6 upfield, misses a lot of people. Tapped up by Clark, taken by Kutsawati, weaving around, lefty kick, and that one is in! Antonia Kutsawati again. This time a beautiful lefty kick. That's what is so amazing about the kicking ability of Antonia Kutsawati. She can kill you with her main foot from the right and also with her off foot from the left. That had a beautiful curve on it. Just went off the goalie's hands and in. So that'll be Antonia Kutsawati with her second goal. Assisted this time, I believe, by Celia Clark. You know, I might double check that on the film when I'm looking back at this for posting highlights later tonight. But for now, I'll say that's Kutsawati from Clark. As this ball is out of bounds, Griffin's ball. A substitution checking in for CSW. They actually stopped the clock for that one. But the clock is rolling. Just under 14 minutes left here in the first half. A 2-0 advantage for Newman, but a chance for the offense here. Pass blocked by Alnil, but recovered by the Griffins. 14 was trying to dribble around, too crowded. 10 trying to push it through, but her pass intercepted by Babka. Kicked way upfield. Race to the ball. 7's going to get there first. Try and send it back to 6, but it rolls wide out of bounds. Newman ball. Throw in from Clark, goes to Gali. Tap to Wardwell. Wardwell trying to dribble up with it. It's knocked back. Recovered by Kutsawati. Kutsawati sends a pass to the outside to an open Umezawa. Umezawa dribbling up. Umezawa tried the shot, but limited angle there. And it's picked up easily by the CSW keeper. Rolls it. Kick to the near side to 14. Lost it off her foot, out of bounds, Cardinals ball. Alnil throws it in to Wardwell. Tap back to Alnil, pass intercepted by 25. 25 swings it across. Now this one intercepted by Clark, kicked right back by 16, blocked down by Babka. Babka up to Kutsawati, and she's walled off by 25. 25 boots it upfield. Koenig is going to come way out and kick that one away. Taken by 25. Sent outside, out of bounds. Throw in. Knocked away by the Griffins. Babka tries a pass. And through traffic, it is taken by Clark, sent up to McMillan. McMillan back to Kutsawati. Kutsawati kicks one, a little too much on that one, trying to get to Umezawa on the near side, no dice. 11.5 minutes to go here in the first half. Newman 2, CSW 0. Throw in here, deflected. Salmaron tries to kick it towards the middle. 16 giving chase, cut off by Gali. Gali pushes it forward, but nobody there to follow up as kicked away by 6. To the outside to number 7. Out of bounds, it'll be a throw-in. Throw in. Taps around. Kutsawati, a pass to Wardwell. Give and go back to Kutsawati. Kutsawati running with space. Winds and fires, and it goes well wide that time. Might have rushed the shot a bit. She might have been able to either dribble a little closer or at least get a little more settled in so that she could properly time that one up. I mentioned this with her first goal, but some of these shots are harder than they look. It can be hard to time up your kick properly, when everything is moving. Kutsawati makes it look so easy with some of those kicks. You forget the amount of technique that's involved. This one being pushed upfield by CSW. Babka trying to stop it, but it's a big chance here for the Griffins as players go tumbling. And it's going to be recovered by Clark, who clears it out. Lifted back into the box, downed there by Miller. Tap to the outside. Gali trying to take it, but 7 trying to wrestle it away. Gets the pass away to 25. Poked loose by Kutsawati, and Kutsawati is going to take off with it. Kutsawati taken to the ground. Kutsawati wanted a foul call bad, but they said no. Umezawa passes it back to Babka. Upfield, knocked back. Babka sends it upfield, and a hard collision there. And they're going to call the foul on Newman. Yeah, what's tough about Antonia Kutsawati is she is one of the biggest players out there. One of the biggest and the strongest. And, it's tough. Those kinds of players, they don't get calls as easily as the smaller players do. Personally, I call it the Gronk effect because the first player I ever noticed that effect with was Rob Gronkowski. When a player is really big, they just aren't going to get the calls off that contact because there's a presumption that, hey, you're big and strong, you can just fend it off. Deflecting back and forth here, that ball skips past Salmeron, kicked away by the Griffins' defense. And into the box. Good patience there from Maura Kamig as she's going to drop kick this one. A side kick from Kutsawati outside to Clark. Clark taps it to Kutsawati, but it's knocked loose by the Griffins. Trying to fight through the defense there. And it rolls out of bounds. CSW ball. Just under 8 minutes to go here in the first half. Newman with a 2-0 lead off a pair of goals by Antonia Kutsawati, one of them assisted by Celia Clark, as this throw-in is blocked. Hard ricochet off the kick. That's going to be a goal kick. Babka, the goal kick. Deflects to the middle to Wardwell. Wardwell couldn't quite control her dribble as it's knocked away by the Griffins. 17's pass, knocked back by Kutsawati. Ricocheting around like a pinball now as Alnil gets the pass back to Babka, and she lifts it out of bounds on the near side. Oops, ball briefly lost over one of the barriers, but 23 gets it back. Throw in deflects off ahead, going the wrong way. Babka, hard kick. That goes off a CSW player's head. She's down hurt. And they're playing the advantage, but they might stop play once the Griffins take control of the ball. Kutsawati with it now. Breaking loose. Up the line to Umezawa. Umezawa, a kick to the middle. Knocked up in the air by the Griffins. Deflecting down, taken away by 25. The player who was hurt is back up and running with it, so they're not stopping the clock here, or they're not stopping play, as that ball going to be picked up by Kamig. Well, at least the Griffins player looks to be okay. I think that's number 17, who went down holding her head, but she's now back up. So that's good at least. Sometimes a play just, stings in the immediate more so than it does in the long term. Subbing back in for Newman, number 4, Naya Shalish, replacing Jonah Abu Alnil. Throw in. They try and move it along the line. Out of bounds. Another sub for the Cardinals. Replacing Talia Miller is Anne-Marie Erickson. They'll move Kutsuwati back to the back line, putting Erickson in at midfield as that throw-in sliced out of bounds. About 5 minutes left in the half. Newman throwing it in from the far side. Missed it with that one, but now it's kicked away. Pushed up, field there, and it's going to roll out of bounds. Newman ball. Smart watch there by Kutsuwati. This one tapped to 17, booted away by Kutsuwati. Throw in for the Griffins. Deflects to the middle. Pass goes back to 25. Trying to fit a pass through, blocked by Babka. Kutsuwati tries it past the outside, misses. Out of bounds, stays with CSW. Throw in, lost out of bounds by the Griffins, and it goes back to Newman. This one deflects around and controlled by Wardwell. Pass just barely missed Salmeron that time. Kicked away by the Griffins, and they lost control of it out of bounds. Shalish, a quick throw into Umezawa, blocked by the defense there, but Shalish kicks it away, finds a target. Randazzo back in the game, passes it upfield, but knocked away again by the Griffins' defense. Throw in from Shalish. Wardwell couldn't corral it, but Shalish gets the favorable deflection, and it'll be another Newman throw-in. And it is taken by 25. Kicks it into open space. Clark going to come out for it, but her kick is blocked. Taken by the Griffins, going upfield with it. Trying to fit a pass through, but an easy knockaway by Ella Babka, who now kicks it going the other way, over the defender's head. Salmeron giving chase as it's deflected to the outside. Salmeron does recover it, trying to turn the corner and send a pass to the middle. Broken up by 17, but Gali fighting for it. Isabel Gali tries a shot, and it's blocked. Taken by 25. Passes back to 7. 7's kick blocked by Clark. Kicked back up by the Griffins, up to 25. Pass back, knocked away by Salmeron, but it's recovered by number 14, past the middle, intercepted by Gali. Gali's kick blocked by 23, over to 25. Pass away, misses. 14, recovered by Umezawa, but lost control of it, out of bounds, Griffin's ball. As you can see in your bottom left corner of your screen, the scoreboard clock frozen at 2 minutes to represent stoppage time. The only way we'll know how much time is left is when the officials blow the double whistle to signal the end of the half. As this will be Newman ball, as they get set for what should be one of the last offensive pushes of the half, if not the last. Tapped back, Shalish kicks towards the middle. It is corralled. A shot is attempted, but a defender back there to block it. Gali kicks it forward again. Deflecting around. Still deflecting around. Salmeron trying to push it through. It's blocked. Randazzo manages to get a pass away. Deflects to Wardwell. Her kick is blocked. Gali, a long kick. Blocked down. The Griffins just forming a wall here as they finally clear the ball out, but it's Kutsawati with a long kick, and it sails high. And that is how the first half will end. Our score at the midway point, the Newman School Cardinals 2, the Cambridge School of Weston Griffins 0. Newman in the lead off of 2 beautiful goals from Antonia Kutsawati. This last one assisted by Celia Clark as we take one last look at the replay. Beautiful lefty shot there. All right, now that we're at the halftime, I'm going to take a break, mute the mic, and run a YouTube ad break, but we will be back with the second half of this ball game. Stay tuned. Hello again, back on the mic. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan, coming to you live from the track at New Balance in Boston, Massachusetts. Here to bring you live coverage of the second half of this high school varsity girls soccer contest between the Newman School Cardinals and the Cambridge School of Weston Griffins. It's a 2-0 lead for the Cardinals off a pair of nice goals from Antonia Kutsawati as we get this one underway. The two teams switching directions here for the second half. As CSW now trying to push to the right here, and they are making their way upfield. Number 3 with the ball, trying to fit it through a tight space here, and Talia Miller comes back to kick that one away. The attempted clear blocked, though. Ricochets to 3, tries a crosser, finds a wide open teammate, but it ricochets hard off her leg, and they have to try and reset. Pushed further back, and the pass knocked away by Rose McMillan, but taken back by the Griffins. They pass it back to midfield, try and work it up the near side, and lose it out of bounds. Throw in here, blocked down by 17. Almost got through, but had to dribble a little too hard, and it's taken away by Ella Babka. Lost out of bounds on that near side. Number 16 for CSW throws this one in, and it's going to be sliced out of bounds and stay with the Griffins. This throw-in gets to number 3. Kick is blocked. 17 takes control of it. Spins off one. Pass knocked away again by McMillan. Almost chased down by Kate Salmeron, but broken up by number 11 for CSW. A hard collision at the ball, and a player goes down, and they're going to stop. And we certainly hope that young lady is okay. She gets up, and she's walking off on her own. Good sign there. Again, might have just been the initial sting, so to speak. Looks like she'll be okay, and that's good news. I don't care who you're rooting for. You never root for an injury. So because play was stopped while the ball was still live, we get a drop ball. Dropped right in front of the player that was close to the ball at the time, which was Celia Clark. She sends it up the far side. A block there is pushed forward by Kate Salmeron. The attempted clear results in a long shot well wide off the foot of Isabel Gali. Both of these two teams hovering around a 500 record. CSW coming into this one with a record of 5-6-2, meaning 5 wins, 6 losses, and 2 ties. Newman, meanwhile, coming in with a perfectly balanced record of 3-3-3. As with a 2-goal lead here, they are hoping to move that back up into a winning record. Number 3 pushing through for the Griffins. And we got a whistle. Not sure if they called offsides or a foul or something. That was... Didn't quite see it myself. Ella Babka taking the free kick for the Cardinals. Curves out to the near side, downed there by the CSW defense. 16 kicks it upfield, intercepted there by Antonia Kutsawati. Poked free, out of bounds, Newman ball. Throw in to Sonia Cintron. She can't keep it in. And it will be Griffin's ball. 3 taps it back. Deflecting around. Gali tries to send it to the outside, but not a lot of room. Almost kept in bounds there by, I believe, Delilah Wardwell, but no dice. And it will be Griffin's ball once again. That throw-in knocked out of bounds. Stays with CSW. This one taken by Gali. Pass gets through to Kate Salmeron, but her advance is blocked there by the CSW defense. Taken by number 25. Stolen there by Gali. Sending it up the far side. A race to the ball. The Griffins trying to clear it, but a block deflects it over to Salmeron. Salmeron trying to dribble around. Sends a pass across, and miscommunication there as Newman lost control of that one. Battling along the wing, it's knocked out of bounds by Kutsawati. Throw in from 16 to 25. Looking around. Kick to the middle. This pass blocked down. And fighting for it is Wardwell. Now kicked away by CSW, stopped by Babka, but her pass intercepted. They get it up to number 3. Number 3 breaking away with it. Number 3 tries a shot and scores. CSW gets on the board and cuts the Newman lead in half. Tough play there for the Cardinals. Babka was trying to clear it, but got blocked. And then number 3 pushing that ball upfield and gets that kick out to the right side post and in. Maura Kamig tried to come out and see if she could aggressively defend that one. And 3 able to send it just wide enough, as some miscommunication on the kick from midfield by the Cardinals, as they're going to lose that one out of bounds. And that is not how you want to follow things up after giving up the goal. 2-1, Newman's still in the lead, but the lead a lot more precarious than it was a couple minutes ago. This pass from Babka gets to Kutsawati. Upfield misses Centrone, as she just didn't quite time up her footwork properly to get her foot on that one. Throw in, the kick blocked by Kutsawati. Nice move to evade some defenders. Kutsawati advancing in, tries a crosser kick, found a teammate, but it ricochets too hard, blocked by the defense as they now clear it out. Number 3 with it again. Jukes around one defender, but coming back to steal this ball away is Wardwell, but her pass blocked. Kutsawati trying to come back to fight for it, but it's knocked loose. Now passed into the middle. 25 takes it, sends it out to the far side. On the rush is number 7. Tried the pass. Nice block by Ella Babka to prevent what would have been a clean through pass there to a cutting player up the middle that could have had a breakaway chance at the net. Battling for it, knocked out of bounds, stays with CSW. Throw in, knocked down there by Naya Shalish. Deflects through, and Gali kicks it away. Popped straight up in the air by the Griffins. Goes off the head of Salmeron, and that's going to bounce out of bounds. Griffins' ball. Throw in is going to go out of bounds off CSW this time. It'll be Newman ball. Kicked upfield by Talia Miller, but stolen right back by the Griffins. They get it to number 3 again. Disrupted from behind, and Kutsawati tries to kick it away. Takes a hard sting as 25 slices that kick out of bounds. Substitution for Newman. Coming in, number 13, Sakura Umezawa, replacing Sonia Centrone. And fans, remember, if I am mispronouncing the names of any players, I encourage corrections, either in the live chat here on YouTube or in an email. You can see my email in the bottom right corner of your screen. Kutsawati pushing it to the outside, but The wing was a little too far back that time. Actually, was trying to... Wait, oh, are they going to say that was actually touched out by the Griffins? Or was there some kind of throw-in violation? I don't know, but it's Newman ball. Is thrown into traffic. Kicked away. Recovered by Shalish. Tries another pass. Blocked again. Goes to 25. Knocked loose by Kutsawati. Deflecting through. Kutsawati does take it. Trying to turn around. Gets the pass away. Gali tries a long kick, and it's taken off one hop by the Griffins keeper. Sent up to 17. 17 dribbling around, blocked by Umezawa, recovered there by McMillan. McMillan trying to head down that near sideline, blocked by a pair of defenders, kicked away, deflects around. Kutsawati fakes, dribbles up, cuts to the middle. Kutsawati fires just wide to the left. Antonia Kutsawati has 2 scores already. She is 1 away from a hat trick if she can just get that shot she wants. As CSW loses that ball out of bounds deep in their own territory, can Newman take advantage here? Throw-in goes to Wardwell, tapped back, not enough on that, and it's taken away by CSW. Long kick across the field, knocked back by Clark, but corralled by CSW. They push it further up. Babka takes control and just gets it to the outside to avoid the forward pressure as it's sent out of bounds, and it'll be Griffin's ball. We're just over 10 minutes into the second half now. It's a 2-1 ball game as CSW cut the Newman lead in half with that goal by number 3. Out of bounds, Newman ball. Throw in Kutsawati, pass back to Babka. That one deflects out of bounds off of number 17, and it will stay with the Cardinals. Clark to throw this one in. Kicked away by the Griffins. Kicked right back by Miller. Salmeron touch to the outside to Wardwell. Wardwell tried to touch to the middle, intercepted by 25. 25 gets the pass away. And they're trying to work it down the near side. Kept in bounds by 17. Knocked out of bounds by Babka. Substitution coming in for the Griffins as they get ready for a throw-in. Number 16 throwing this one in. Deflects around. A pass to the middle. And stolen away. Kicked forward by 23, and it's going to be picked up there by Kamig. Kamig kind of whiffs on that drop kick there, but it's cleaned up by Talia Miller. This one deflects around, and it's kicked away by Babka. Giving chase is Salmeron. Salmeron with a bit of a break here, heading down the far side. Salmeron tried to send a pass in, but the angle wasn't there. Kicked away by the Griffins' defense. But they lose it out of bounds. It'll be Newman ball. Throw in. Wardwell. Jukes. Pass through. Gali tries a pass, and it's blocked. Throw in. That one, an attempted clear kick, ricochets, but Newman can't get to the ball. It's kicked back. Now Miller kicking it right back in, but a little too much on that one. Out of bounds, goal kick. To the outside. Trying to send it up. Blocked there by Umezawa. Sends it forward to McMillan. Blocked. And number 6 gets the favorable deflection. It'll be a throw-in for CSW. This throw-in goes right to Clark, who taps it right to Kutsawati, but knocked away. But the foul is called on 25. Free kick here, and this is well within range for a shot from Antonia Kutsawati if she decides to go for that. Could also potentially lift it into the box for a potential header with a slight sideways angle here. Let's see what she decides to do. She goes for the shot, and it's too high. CSW trying to clear it out, but again, it goes right to Umezawa, sends it up to McMillan, tried to send it back, and that one's going to be lost out of bounds. Again, I feel like you're seeing the effects of players who are very used to playing on grass, now playing on turf, and so the ball's flying a little harder and faster, and it's ricocheting off of their feet harder and faster than they're used to. Makes things a little bit harder to string together in sequence in terms of their passes and dribbles. Miller lifts this one forward. Deflects around, and it's cleared away by the Griffins. Babka downs this one. Kutsawati tries to send it to the outside, and that's going to roll out. Oh no, we lost our angle on our scoreboard cam. What happened? Aw, nuts. Uh-oh. I'll have to fix that during a break. Okay, looks like we got something resembling a break here. Give me a sec. Let me understand where the heck I am right now. There we go. That's better. Sorry about that, folks. Got it fixed. Don't know when that broke, but it's fixed now. 25 with the ball. Pass intercepted by Shalish. Shalish's pass knocked away by the Griffins. Kutsawati tried to tap it forward, but it's taken right back by CSW, but they miss the pass. Out to the near side. It'll be Newman ball. Throw in. Bounces too hard off McMillan. She's having a little bit of trouble with the ball just bouncing harder off her than she expects. And again, you know, just got to get used to how hard that ball flies here on turf. Especially on fresh turf like this. This is one of the first games, one of the first soccer games being played here at the track. As you can see, you know, if you were here, you could even smell how fresh the turf is out here. Miller kicks that one out of bounds. Throw in, knocked back and forth. Corralled by the Cardinals. Pass gets through to Salmeron, up to McMillan. McMillan trying to find the ball and cannot, but it's recovered now by Gali. Gali dribbling up with it, winds and fires, and that one just sliced out of bounds. There was no defensive deflection or anything, and it'll be a goal kick. Up the far side they go. Lost it out of bounds. Throw in. Tapped out by Miller. Just throw in ricochets around. Tapped back to Babka. Outside Shalish, and that's going to go out of bounds. Throw in, tapped down by Shalish, and cleared out up to Wardwell. Wardwell's kick blocked. Recovered again by Shalish. Pass intercepted by 25. Tries to fit through the dribble and draws a foul. We're almost midway through the second half here. Just over 21 minutes to go, as you can see on the scoreboard cam in the bottom left corner of your screen. 2-1, Newman leads the Cambridge School of Weston. As we got a free kick coming up here for the Griffins. They go for a pass. Now a kick blocked down by Kutsawati, and she boots it away. And that'll be a throw-in for CSW around midfield. Subs on both sides here. Checking back in for Newman will be number 9, Nola Randazzo, replacing Rose McMillan. Ball's bouncing around. Shalish's kick deflects out, and it will stay with the Cardinals. Throw in, tapped along to Wardwell. Sent to the outside, finds Umezawa. Umezawa sends a kick, knocked away by the CSW defense. It'll bounce out of bounds and be Newman ball once again. Quick throw in. Kicked upfield by, I believe, Gali. Knocked back by the defense. Pushed forward by Wardwell. Finds Randazzo. Randazzo's kick is blocked. Tapped back. Gali takes it. Gali's kick blocked. CSW's had a knack for blocking Newman's kicks, as that one deflects out, and it will be CSW ball. This throw in is going to be passed and intercepted by Kutsawati. Kutsawati gets tripped up, and that'll be a free kick. Very long-range free kick coming up here, but again, with Kutsawati's power, I wouldn't be entirely surprised if she tried just for a shot here. She's had a couple of free kick shots go too high. Now from a distance further back, let's see what happens. As this one flies in, and this one goes wide. A little too much curve on that one. And it will be a goal kick for CSW. Out to the far side. Griffins try and send it upfield, out of bounds. This one deflects back, 25, trying to move it, and lost it out of bounds. Battling along the far side, Newman gets the pass away, but knocked away again by the Griffins, but swooping in and stealing it again is Kutsawati, sending it forward for Umezawa. Umezawa cannot get there in time. And again, the speed of the ball on turf is something the players just got to get used to in terms of timing up their passes, timing up their runs upfield, things of that nature. Umezawa cuts that one off, gets it back to Kutsawati, to the middle to Wardwell. Wardwell swings over to Gali, wide open, dribbled a little too far and got blocked, but staying with the ball. Sends a pass back to Wardwell, sending it forward, knocked away by the defense. And out of bounds. Newman able to string some nice passes together there, but just could not get the kick that they wanted. As this one going to be kicked by Clark. Back to CSW, but that one blocked by Kutsawati. Blocked again. Deflects forward. Randazzo can't get through. Taken by 25. 25 sending it up into open space on the Newman end. Blocked by Babka, and she barely gets it away. Ella Babka with some Herculean efforts from that center back position. We know the one goal that CSW has scored came when they were able to block an attempted clear by Babka. So Babka knows how important it is to get that ball away. This one deflects, kicked away by CSW, knocked back by Kutsawati. Bouncing along, they try and clear. They get it up to 25. 25, Kutsawati picks her pocket. Past the outside looking for Gali. And again, just a little too far out of bounds. Just over 16 minutes to go here in this one. A 2-1 Newman lead. Throw into 7. Booted up field. Racing back for it is Babka. Downed, and the kick walled off by Shalish out of bounds. Throw in. Bouncing along. Now pushed forward by 11. Cut off by Babka, but 11 still pushing. Babka does get the pass away to Shalish. Shalish's pass intercepted by 25. 25 dribbling against Kutsawati. Forced to pass back to 16. And now stolen away by Umezawa. Gets up to Randazzo. Randazzo winds and kicks, but it's blocked there by 5. To the outside, it's chased down by Salmeron. A pass back to Gali, who kicks it upfield. Stopped there. Umezawa takes it away again. Pass knocked away. Clear out by, I think, 6. Wardwell takes it, sends it back to Miller. Upfield, Salmeron trying to send it through for Randazzo. Just a little too quick there. And it's going to be picked up by the Griffins keeper. That throw going to go out of bounds. Newman ball. Substitution in for the Cardinals. Looks like Sonia Centrone coming in, replacing Delilah Wardwell. Off the throw-in, it's lost out of bounds. It will stay with Newman. Clark throws it to Gali. Gali winding up and kicking, and it's blocked. So many of her biggest kicks have just been blocked today. Hasn't gotten the openings she's wanted. As this one goes back to midfield, stopped by Babka. Quick pass away to Kutsawati, who again puts a little too much on that pass, and it goes out of bounds. I think we've got a new goalie. Or no, my mistake. I thought I saw someone wearing gloves and wearing a non-gray jersey, but that was just a penny for, subbing in and out. My mistake. This one deflected down by Newman. Booted away by the Griffins. Babka trying to stop at 3, applying pressure. 3 dribbling, matched with Babka. Stops, kicks to the middle, knocked away by Kutsawati. 25 takes it. Turning around, looking, gets a pass up to 11. Tapped to the outside, lifted towards the middle, into the box where it's picked up by K-Mig. K-Mig whiffs on the drop kick, now tries it, intercepted by 3. 3 sends a kick through, and that's in to tie it up. A rough giveaway there for Newman. As now CSW evens the score. Newman trying to huddle up and get refocused. The officials telling them to move along. The clock still ticking here with 12.5 to go. We are tied up at 2 apiece. 2 first-half goals for Newman, 2 second-half goals now for CSW. And let's see if Newman can adjust as 17 sends it up. Stolen back by Babka. Again, battling along that near side. Dribbling up is Babka, sends pass forward off the mark, but the clear blocked by Gali. Second attempt of the clear. Gets all the way down to the Newman end. It's going to be chased down by Shalish. Shalish Manages to avoid the forward pressure and get a pass up to Babka. Now a give and go back to Babka, sending it up to Randazzo. Randazzo manages to fit it through to Salmeron. Salmeron trying to fit it through, but misses wide. Umezawa recovers it. Pass back to Babka. Her kick blocked. Right to Gali, who fires, but couldn't time it up right and slices it out of bounds. Newman had kind of a temporary switch on that play as Babka and Kutsuwati had swapped positions. They saw that Babka was generating some movement, and so they just kind of let her take it there, but they've moved her back to the center back position, and Kutsuwati back to midfield. This one bounces out of bounds. It'll be Cardinals' ball again. Just over 11 minutes to go, and we're tied at 2. Clark throws it to Gali. Tapped back to Clark. Slices that one. Miller up to Kutsuwati. Turnaround kick is intercepted by CSW, and they boot it upfield. Picked up now by K-Mig. K-Mig just going to roll it over to Babka. Babka kicks it up the middle, blocked by 25. Sent upfield, blocked by Miller. Recovered by 17. Dribbling to the outside. Heading up the sideline, trying to cut back. Knocked loose by the double team, but kicked forward again by 23. Knocked out of bounds by Kutsuwati. Throw in around midfield for the Griffins. Number 5 setting up to throw this one in for the Griffins. 17, tap to the middle to 3. 3 whiffs on the kick there, and Kutsuwati takes advantage to wrench that ball away and draw the foul. So Newman's going to move everybody up so that when Ella Babka sends in this free kick, they'll have some numbers. Sends it to an open Gali. Gali dribbling. Her defender fell. Gali with a chance, with a shot. Saved. And it's going to roll out of bounds and be a corner kick for the Cardinals. Another big save for the CSW keeper. Newman's got to send somebody out to send in the corner kick. And it looks like it'll be Isabel Gali. They got players crowding the box. Kutsuwati pulls a little further back, perhaps to collect anything that might deflect out of the box and try and launch it back in. This kick comes in. Umezawa downs it. Ricochets back. Kutsuwati's kick is deflected. And that's going to bounce out of bounds. I think that went out the back line, and I think that's going to be another corner kick for Newman. And indeed, there's the signal for the corner kick. And so Newman will get another look at it. It'll be Gali sending it in once again. Comes in, and it's caught, recovered off the bounce by the CSW keeper. The drop kick bounces along. Clark's kick is deflected towards the middle to 3. 3 sends it. It's missed by Shalish, but it's going to roll out of bounds and be Newman ball. Newman very lucky there. A couple players just missed the ball, but it rolls out of bounds and they keep possession. Gali sends it upfield, knocked back by 23. Out of bounds, stays with Newman. 7 minutes and 20 seconds to go here. Newman still trying to push it upfield. Wardwell manages to tap it through, but Cintron just watches it roll out of bounds. But it was last touched by the Griffins. Centrone smarter than me on that play. Or was it... I think I might have been mixing up Centrone with somebody else, but whoever the player was, they were smarter than me on that play, letting that one bounce out. Gali, pass blocked. 25 recovers and smartly sends it out of bounds, as that was getting a little too close for comfort for the Griffins' defense. Throw in, stolen away, but tapped loose by Umezawa. It's going to be taken by Kutsawati, trying to juke around. Keeps the ball, trying to juke again, blocked by 25. 23 taps it back, and it's cleared away. Back to Clark. Her kick is sliced. Right to Shalish. Kicked up field. Bouncing along. Fighting through for it was Randazzo. It's going to be kicked out of bounds by 5 and be another Newman throw-in deep in Griffin's territory. Clark throws this one into Gali. Gali collides with 25, battling for the ball. Rolls back. Kutsawati tries a kick and curves it left. We got some subs checking in on both sides. As it's going to be a light goal kick here, but they pass it up the middle to 23. 23, pass gets away to 3. Now to the middle. Kicked away here by Miller. Deflects down, kicked away. Kutsawati takes it. Kutsawati dribbling up. Kutsawati fighting through. Kutsawati a shot. Kutsawati with the hat trick. And Newman retakes the lead. The one-woman army, Antonia Kutsawati, knifing her way through the defenders after she recovers this loose ball. Goes right. Nice throw a pair of defenders. Sends that shot inside the low right pocket there. And Newman retakes the lead as Antonia Kutsawati earning the hat trick with that score. Newman back in front here with just under 5 minutes to go. Kutsawati still battling for the ball. That loose ball rolling away. It's kicked the other way by Babka, sliced out of bounds by number 7. I feel like normally here in the second half you would freeze the clock with 5 minutes left, but they're not doing that here, as that's a hard shot in the back. That's going to be a foul on CSW. The Newman School Cardinals managed to rally after blowing a 2-goal lead. They are back in front here with 4 minutes left. Babka sends in the free kick. Deflects down, deflects through. Wardwell dribbling with it. Gets a pass out to an open Umezawa. Umezawa gets a shot through, and it's blocked and kicked out of bounds. Sakura Umezawa has shown a great ability to find open space on the wings. Just a matter of, getting a big boot on the ball so she can get some real shot opportunities. And this one cleared away by the Griffins. Number 3 with the ball, jukes around Miller. 3's had a stellar day on offense here today for CSW, but that one deflects away, ricocheting around like a pinball. And still ricocheting around midfield, now booted away by 25. It's a race to the ball. Babka gets it up in the air. Flying through. Bodies go to the ground, and we're going to get a foul call or maybe a handball. We got something called against CSW. The clock now frozen, as I think they realized they were supposed to freeze it earlier. But we are now in stoppage time here in this game. Newman trying to hold on to their recently reclaimed lead here on Senior Day. Pass goes up to Umezawa, back to Clark, upfield, blocked down. Goes right to Gali. Pass out to Umezawa. Umezawa fits one forward to Randazzo. Tapped back out to Umezawa. Umezawa. Ball's lost out of bounds. And they're going to say Umezawa touched it last. Substitution for the Griffins. They set up for the goal kick. Pass to the outside, stolen away by Newman. Battle for the ball, out of bounds, stays with the Cardinals. Oh, the clock is moving again, so I guess it just stopped for the substitution. A little bit confusing, but just over 2 minutes left. This kick walled down by Kutsuwati. Pass off the mark, but recovered there by Shalish. That kick knocked right back. Shalish blocks it. Leaves it for Kutsuwati. Kutsuwati with some fancy moves to get around. Another long kick off the crossbar. Still in play. They're looking for it, and they clear it out. Back to Gali, who tries a shot. It's blocked. Recovered again by Newman. They're pushing up with it. Deflects around. Trying to get a foot, and it is fallen on by the goalie as it was tapped towards the net by Umezawa. Almost 4 scores for Antonia Kutsuwati as that one bounces off the crossbar. The clock now frozen for stoppage time here as the ball sent upfield. Babka going to get there first, and she's going to send that one out of bounds. It'll be CSW ball. Here in stoppage time, the visitors going to try and make a last push to try and tie up this ball game. But they have to get in position. They got to show a little more urgency than this. You're only going to have so much time. Throw-in goes into the box, bouncing around. Tap towards the outside. Still in bounds, and now it rolls over the line. And it's going to be a throw-in. They've got to get the ball, though. Another throw-in for the Griffins. Coming from number 23. Booted in the air by Babka. And there is the triple whistle, and that is your ball game. The heroics of Antonia Kutsuwati deliver both the hat trick and the win to Newman. The final score, the Newman School Cardinals 3, the Cambridge School of Weston Griffins 2. The Cardinals honor their class of 2026 seniors with victory as they move back into a winning record at 4-3-3. CSW, a hard-fought near comeback in the second half, but they will fall to 5-7-2 on the year. The hero of the day, no question for Newman, Antonia Kutsuwati with a full hat trick. The third goal coming here in the second half on this play here, knifing through defenders and sending the shot through to the low right side corner for her third score. Only one assist out of those 3 goals coming from Celia Clark, as a lot of them were just off of takeaways off loose balls. But an impressive day for the Newman junior, Antonia Kutsuwati, who in 1 year's time will be celebrating her own senior day game with the Cardinals. Amazing how time flies. Well, that's going to do it for this one. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. Thank you all so much for tuning in today. It is still senior week for Newman, so we got 2 more senior day games on the docket this week, and one of them right back here at the track at New Balance. We'll be back here on Thursday as the Newman boys soccer team will be hosting the Gators of Brimmer and May School for their own senior day contest. And then on Friday, I'll be across town over at the YMCA on Huntington Avenue for the Newman School Girls Volleyball Senior Day game against Hoosac School. Be sure to stay tuned for all of that. Subscribing to this channel can help with that. And of course, if you enjoyed this live stream, be sure to hit that like button. And if there's anything you'd like to say after the live stream is concluded, you can say it in the comment section down below. You can also go down below to the description section of this video where you can find some helpful links related to me. My personal website, jessesports.com, where you can find out more about me, the freelance sports broadcasting services that I provide to various teams and schools, and how you can commission those services for your favorite team. Or if you want to skip past all that, you can email me directly with any questions, requests, or comments you may have. I'll be posting highlights from this game later tonight on this very YouTube channel, and I'll also be posting them on social media on Instagram and Facebook, and you can see the links for my Instagram and Facebook accounts in the bottom right corner of your screen and the description section of this video. But for this broadcast, that is going to do it. Final score, Newman 3, CSW 2, from the track at New Balance in Boston, Massachusetts. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. Thank you all for watching, and have a good night.